I'm Megan from meganandjk.com, the place for people who want to raise a family and run a business from home. So we talk about goal setting a lot. It's the way to get things done. But how do you make sure that your goals are actually achieved? Well, you can write it down, you can talk to someone, or you can get an accountability partner, which is going to increase your probability of accomplishing your goal by up to 95%. For real. If you want to extremely increase your odds of completing a goal, then you don't just tell someone or post it on social media. You want to get an accountability partner. So what is an accountability partner? That's what we're going to be talking about today. Why it's helpful, how to find one, and then how to ask that person to be your accountability partner. So why is it helpful to have an accountability partner as opposed to just telling someone your goals or writing them down or posting them on social media and hoping that the internet keeps you accountable? Well, when you actually have a scheduled appointment with someone, it increases your odds of accomplishing your goal from 65% to 95%, which is a really big leap. And the reason why is because you know that you're going to see that person, you know that you're going to be following up with them. And that's basically what an accountability partner is. It's someone that you meet with on a regular basis who knows you, who knows your goals, who knows where you've been, and can help you see where you want to go. Now, accountability partners go both ways, so you want to learn about them as well. That's why it's important to find someone that you really fit well with. In our experience, accountability partners have also been really helpful at bouncing ideas off of. If we feel really stuck in our business or marriage or raising a family or whatever it is, okay, each week I'm talking to this friend who's kind of in the same space, and I can tell them, here's what I'm struggling with, do you have any ideas? The other cool thing about an accountability partner is because you're meeting with them regularly, they really become your biggest cheerleader. They know where you've been, and they're like, hey, remember when you only had one client? Or remember when you were stressing out about getting paid, or you didn't know how to handle that situation with your in-laws? So they can celebrate with you when you move through those struggles and actually accomplish your goals. So how do you find an accountability partner? Well, I'm going to walk you through it step by step. It will probably be helpful if you get out a pen and paper or your phone and your note app. So go ahead and pause the video and do that right now. Okay, do you have your pen and paper? I hope so. If not, just act like you do. So what you're going to do is you're going to write down basically a list of all the people in your network. These are going to be friends, family, coworkers, colleagues, neighbors, people you know from church, people in different activities that you're involved in. Don't worry about weeding them out right now. Just make your big list of people. Now I'm going to go through a couple of different criteria that's going to be really helpful for you. And as you look through your list, just cross out the people that don't meet these criteria. Okay, first and foremost, if you are married, I would strongly encourage you to get an accountability partner who is your same sex. So that just helps. It can be kind of weird or cause marital things down the road that we just want to prevent. If you are meeting with someone of the opposite gender on a regular basis and telling them your hopes, fears, and dreams. If that's not your spouse, it just invites things that we don't want to have. So go ahead, cross off all the people who are not the same gender. This might not be important to you. I totally get it, but at the very least, it's a way of narrowing down your list, okay? So once you've done that, now you're going to find someone that you feel comfortable talking with. When we talk about goals and things that we want to accomplish, inevitably we're going to be sharing our fears, our struggles as well. So it needs to be someone that you feel comfortable opening up to. Now remember, even if you just want this accountability partner for your business, you're naturally probably going to start sharing other things as well, whether it has to do with the fact that you can't get work done because you're stressed out about money, or you are frustrated with yourself for continuing to yell at your kids even though you told yourself you're not going to do it. and it's hard for you to make conference calls because they're running in the background or whatever it is. So just because you think I'm only going to talk about business, or I'm only going to talk about the kids, or I'm only going to talk about my goals for getting in shape, that's not always the case. So make sure you cross anyone off your list that isn't someone that you feel comfortable opening up completely with and sharing with. That goes back to our first one, why I say I really think it's important for you to find someone of the same gender. Okay, so you've got someone of the same gender, someone you feel comfortable sharing with. Now, as you go through the list, make sure that this person isn't taking up too many roles in your life. I struggled with this on a couple different occasions, but my biggest one was working with my sister as I was publishing my book. She was my editor, she was my cheerleader, she was my sister. We were talking about business stuff, we were talking about all these different things. And what had happened is it really burnt out the relationship, and you don't want to do that with someone you care about. So make sure that this person isn't already fulfilling 10 other roles in your life. It can be helpful to find someone who has also your same sort of values. They don't necessarily have to have your same beliefs. They don't have to be in the same stage of life. They don't have to be the same age. Sometimes it's helpful to have a different perspective, but they probably need to have some similar core values that you have. Otherwise, they're not really going to understand why you're making some of the goals that you are, and they're not going to help you hold you as accountable because it's not going to matter to them as much. So someone of the same gender, someone that you feel comfortable with, someone who is not already doing 20 other things for you to fill you up in your life, and then someone who has similar goals, similar values and beliefs that you do. Again, they don't have to be exactly the same, but you're looking for someone who kind of views the world similarly to the way that you do. Hopefully you have someone or a couple people that fall into that category. If not, that's totally fine. Go and look through, maybe there's someone who hits 3 of those big points or 2 of the more important ones to you. That is someone who could be a great potential accountability partner. So how do you go about asking them? Well, you don't have to be super weird about it at all. You don't have to send them a formal invitation, please be my accountability partner. Or, passing a note in middle school, will you be my accountability partner? Check yes or no. All you have to do is just shoot them an email, shoot them a text next time you see them. Next time you're chatting on the phone, say, hey, I have some things that I'm wanting to accomplish, and I was wondering if we could sit down and grab coffee or breakfast and I could tell you about some of my goals. And then just do that. Don't tell them, and then let's see if we can meet every single week and you keep me accountable, and then you can share all of your hopes and dreams and fears and I will keep you accountable. It can get a little intense. So just meet with them one time and share with them some of your hopes and dreams, some of the very specific goals that you have. Then you can just say, hey, do you have any goals or anything that you're looking to accomplish? And they might say yes, they might say no. From this kind of first meeting, you can feel it out and see, hey, I think this would really work with this person. If that's the case, say, I think that it'd be really helpful for me to continue to follow up with someone to make sure I actually follow through with my goals. Would you be open to meeting every once in a while to check in with each other, and we can grab coffee or drinks or whatever you want to do? If you get a feeling from your coffee meeting that it might not be the best fit, or they're not really opening up, or they're like, what is this weird thing that you are doing? Then just say hey, thanks for letting me share. I really appreciate it. And then go back to your list and find someone else. So, do you want to actually accomplish your goals this year and increase your odds of succeeding astronomically to the point where it's almost foolproof? Then you need to get yourself an accountability partner. Go into the comment section and tell us what's been your experience. Have you tried to accomplish goals and failed? Have you ever had an accountability partner before? What's holding you back? It would be great if we could all share with each other and give tips and talk about things that we are worried about so we can kind of be each other's accountability partners. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. We do new videos every single Wednesday helping you start a business and run one from home while your kids are running around. If If you haven't already, go over to meganandjk.com. We have a couple free resources for you, and we would love to help you and see you start up a side business or side hustle and make the most that you can out of your life. Well, thank you for joining, and I will see you next time.